And we are back. It is a new week, it is a new stadium, and it is a new challenge for this tough, scrappy, resilient Arrows team facing Governor's Academy in Alumni Stadium, the home of the Eagles. But tonight, the home of the Arrows. After their big win last week at RL 35-7, they come in facing a Governor's team who took what some might call the best team in the state, BB&N, to double overtime. This should be a spectacular game.
Yep, and couldn't be more of a beautiful night, too. Feels like a spring game.
Beautiful weather conditions, no wind. Final words here from the captains. Both teams are ready. Governors will receive. St. Sebastians to kick off. And Cooper Bolton, the senior kicker, will get things going today. So a fresh 12 on the clock. Week 7. Money time here in the ISL. Who wants it more? And we are underway as Bolton gets things going with the squib. And trouble handling here. Gets down to about the 20-yard line, but tackled up right after that. And we get our first look at a Govs offense. A Govs offense that features a lot of trick plays, you know, jet sweeps. You got the Wildcat formation was massive last week in their game against BB&N. A lot of halfback counters, just trying to trip you up mentally and then physically.
Let's see what kind of pace they start off with here.
Four-man front for the Arrows. Kazinga, the motion man. And a run there. Immediately stopped up, gain of about 2. That's Bork on the tackle. But for this Govs team, our player to watch, number 1, the receiver, Kristen Pothel, the Fordham commit. I mean, he can really do it all. And we see him in that Wildcat formation right now. Reverse play. No, double reverse. Bly with it now. He throws and falls down incomplete.
Looks like we got a flag on the play.
He was looking for Pregin, but some yellow laundry.
We got a holding. I believe it's a offensive holding. They didn't say what number it was on. I'm assuming it was the left side of the line there, because that's where the flag came from.
So we see on our second play of the game, the trickery, a triple reverse. Going into a pass, what do you know?
Yeah, you don't normally see plays like that right off the bat.
Well, with the injury to their starter, Connor Hennessy, the Bates commit, to an ACL tear, you know, they've had to get clever, but it's worked. They've been winning big games. They just took BB&N, and now, you know, they're facing a really good Arrows team late season. Bly takes it under center. Pass. Pothel. He's got it. He makes a move. Pothel working down the sideline. He's crossed the 50 now. And Kristen Pothel gets things moving for Govs. Just a really nice play. Working on the outside. He had a blocker. And Tony Silva. And followed that lead block. Just gained as many yards as he could. Arrows with a four-man front here, looking to get some pressure, especially with the trick plays, trying to cause some havoc. They've got some real playmakers up front. Look at Jake Mullery, for example. He was an all-ISL player last season. Bly, he throws, trying for Pothel, but falls down incomplete.
Good pressure on that play.
That was right on cue. Jake Mullery coming in there, just beats his man, bull rush, gets there, causes some serious havoc. Silva, the single receiver near side. Bly takes the snap, handoff, and that is stopped up. Morrison got nowhere. Walker able to stop him up there, and you know, the Arrows, they faced a tough running back in Bo McCormick 2 weeks ago against BB&N, but you know, compared to his other games, they've really kept him in check. And then against RL last week, only giving up one touchdown. Extremely impressive from this defense.
The D-line's getting a really good push so far.
Brings up a 3rd and down. Bly retreating. He rolls out right, looking, throwing, and knocked away. He was looking for Pridgeon, but Connor Crane says no, no, no.
Crane was all over that for the jump.
Read it perfectly. That's why having these kind of seniority players like Crane to step in and make plays. So, like we've seen from them all season, they're going to continue to go for it. We'll see it. If they score a touchdown, they'll go in for 2. They will go for 4th down pretty much 10 out of 10 times. Bly and shotgun, good rush. Throwing, trying for Pridgeon. Knocked away, and a turnover, and the Arrows defense gets a stop. The D-line taking over. That was, you know, one of the strengths of this Arrows team coming into the season, and they're showing up already on the first drive of the game. Now the Arrows offense, Ty Singoli, leading a team that scored 83 points in their last 3 games. Really impressive in the tough ISL conference. Thurman and Armstrong, the far side receivers, Singoli and Trzynski near side. Ty Singoli in shotgun. Handoff right up the middle. That's Bork. Justin Bork. He's across the 35 and ran out of bounds by Pridgeon, but not after a nice 20-yard gain to move the sticks for an Arrows 1st down. Just another big hole there. The guard and center coming together, hat on hat, just moving guys forward.
Yeah, you could have put a bus through that hole. He looked like he was looking for a flag at the end of that play as well. I think maybe he got a slight horse collar.
Seven in the box for Govs. We've seen that pretty much all year. Fakes the handoff, trying for Trzynski, their all-ISL tight end, but that falls incomplete. And nice coverage there from Silva. You know, Tony Silva, he's going to be asked to do a lot today for this Governors team. Play linebacker, play corner, and then he's also going to have to be a big factor in the passing game. Just trying to be that speedy, athletic guy that he's been all year for them. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion at the 34-yard line. Trzynski in motion. Singoli, handoff to Bork. Bork's got a big hole. Gets down to the 29-yard line. Seb sideline wants a 1st down. They're going to be about a yard short. Half yard. And
timeout Govs.
So a great Arrow start, energizing as the defense goes out, gets the 4th down stop off of Crane's pass, broken up, and then the Sebs offense rolling here. 2 really chunk plays in the run game, and they're winning the line. They're winning the game in the trenches. That's where everything starts.
Yeah, on both sides of the ball, their line has been really strong. What do you think here? You think QB sneak for the 3rd and short?
I see we've got Bort coming in the power back. I assume it'll be something right up the middle with him. He's been really their trusty back this year. 5 touchdowns going into this game, and as we've seen already, can definitely make it more. Govs using that linebacker blitz. They come. Singoli throwing. It is caught. Oh, what a grab. Chazinski with the touchdown. And a big one at that. A 21-yard strike.
That's a bold call right there, and it paid off.
Kalen Chazinski, his 9th touchdown of the season. And off a rope from quarterback Ty Singoli.
Just dropped it right in the perfect place, right in the B of Boston College.
So a 6-0 lead for Sebs as Bolton comes on to attempt the extra point. And it is good. Bolton's kick is good, and this Sebs offense is humming once again, picking up right where they left off at RL last week.
I really like that aggressive play calling it on 3rd and short to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, I think they were going to go for it. Either way, you know, you got an offense playing with this much confidence as we've seen. Taking advantage is key. Great call, though, by Coach Burke and his offensive staff. So the Arrows with a 7-0 lead, but Governors with a lot of playmakers. And especially on this kick return, Pothel and Silva back there can cause a lot of issues. Those are 2 fast guys. If they get a hole, watch out. Bolton sends it away, and Pothel let it rolls out of the end zone. So Seb's defense energized by Henry's corner there in Section E on the 20-yard line, firing up. And this team's got to be fired up after a great start here.
Yeah, they came out hot and heavy. And I think the D-line is going to look to continue the pressure that they had on the first Governor's drive.
Bly comes under center. Morris in the back. Motioning and shotgun. Bly rolling. He's got arrows all in his face. Bly trying to make a move, but he is stopped up for a big loss. Bly could not escape the pressure of a sling of arrows as Barbosa able to run him out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Barbosa realizing that the quarterback had nowhere to throw and stepping up out of coverage and applying that pressure. He really moved up there quick.
You know, you look on the back end, Frizzoli and Crane really doing a great job so far on the back end. Bresnahan, Hom, just guys that have been making plays to start. Bly fakes the handoff. and gets it to the fullback, but no gain again. That was Campbell there, but just stopped up immediately. Candiato, the all-ISL guard and defensive tackle, able to wrap him up. So 3rd and 12 at the 23, and Governor's trying to get some forward progress here as we get another Govs timeout, and this Arrows sideline is energized. What a great start here. That's Gov's second timeout of the half already.
Yeah,
But
definitely feeling the pressure.
Again, 3rd down, always so crucial. Want to make sure you get it right. What are you thinking here for a play call?
You gotta be safe here. In this position, it seems like you might want to just throw something underneath a screen. I don't know if you want to risk going downfield and getting an interception. Especially with the pressure that's been applied by the defensive line of St. Sebastians.
Here we go, 3rd and 12. Fakes the handoff. Bly rolling out, pressure on his face. It is caught. Silva able to get away for a big gain of 1st down.
Good throw underneath.
Risky move there. Faking the handoff, and the defense was fooled. They were trying for Cochran. So a new set of downs for Govs, moving the sticks, a 23-yard conversion. Bly on the run again. He's chased by Scioli. Gets past him down to the 26-yard line, and a big run by Bly on the keeper.
A lot of room to run there. It looks like possibly a clip on that play. Ball might be coming back.
Arrows,
flag down.
Yeah, Arrows D-line wants a flag, and they get it.
It looked like a block in the back.
We'll get the call from the official.
Yep, block in the back. That's a real costly penalty because he already had a 20-yard gain.
He was making some nice moves along the sideline, but back now to the 43-yard line. That negates a 38-yard gain. But for this Govs offense, even with the penalty, you know, something to be proud of these last couple plays, picking up a big 3rd and 12 and getting some extra, and then a nice run, even though the flag, but still something to hang your hat on.
Yeah, he had a lot of space to move there.
Poschel, the motion man, 3 wide for Govs. Arrows want a false start. Pritchett in motion. They hand it to him. Pritchett moving down the far side, and he's got a great gain up to the 31-yard line. We saw Padilla, the lead blocker.
Yeah, the Governors is doing a nice job this drive, getting outside of the containment of the defensive line of St. Sebastians, and so that's going to be an adjustment they're going to have to make on defense.
Yeah, the strength of this Arrows team is really their D-line, especially the interior guys and the linebacking core. Getting outside, putting those tight ends on corners and safeties. as we see power I. And Pritchett gets it in the backfield now as a gain of 5. As we see Govs, as they've done all year, be unpredictable, throwing different things at you, making you think, and then making you try to adjust.
Yeah, you haven't seen a lot of under-center snaps so far.
You know, you go from a team trying to play BB&N, which is pretty much all just hammer with.
Back to the power I.
Yep. So 3 backs in the game as Bly fakes it, rolling out, throwing, and
did he get it?
Let's see the signal. And they're going to give Valerie a catch. First down and a nice toe drag there.
Yeah, that was close.
Waiting for the official signal, but after some conversion there, they talk about it, and yep. So a nice catch by them gives Govs their first red zone trip of the day. This is where we'll see the double pass. If you tune into their game against Lawrence, they used that twice very effectively as they go 3 wide. Bly steps back to pass, throwing, looking for Valerari. And broken up there.
Great play there in the corner.
Second and 10 at the 14-yard line. Arrow's defense trying to hold, and you know, this is where it really falls on those safeties. Look at number 42, Kevin Bresnahan, number 32, David Hom. You know, these guys being able to cover big chunks of the end zone. As we see under center, Pritchett the back. Bly throwing in an errant pass. Trying for Valerelli. Bresnahan almost got his hands on it, but able to deflect the pass and bring up 3rd and 10. So the Arrows defense holding strong, bending, not breaking. But Govs will have at least one. We'll probably assume 2 more cracks at it, as 4 down territory has been their motto. That can do something to a team. Fire them up if your coach has that much confidence in you. Govs packing it inside. Flips the handoff. Pritchett is stopped up.
That's just a great form tackle right there. Right at his hips. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Dom Scioli, the junior, able to corral him. And it brings up a 4th and 10. They're going to say no gain on the previous play. So a crucial 4th down. Pritchett in motion, yeah.
So we're going to have a timeout, Govs.
That's their 3rd of the half. So Governor's Academy out of timeouts, but using them very effectively, as the last time got them a 23-yard gain. I wonder if we go back to the trick plays here.
Possibly. It hurts your confidence a bit when you come out, out the gun on your first drive and try a trick play, and it's unsuccessful, and you get a flag on the play. So we'll see what they went away from the run early, and so they definitely have to throw on this down. We'll see what they do.
Once again, packing it in.
Tight formation.
Cochran the back. Bly drops back. He throws, airing it out. Incomplete. Hom on the coverage, as well as Bresnahan.
Seems to be a bit of a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver on that play.
So a big stop there, able to knock that away. And really, you know, after those couple big run plays, really held strong. So Arrow's offense up again. They've got 89 yards to go. Singoli and shotgun, Bork the back. Ace Singoli and Crosby Thurman, the near side receivers. As a nice inside play to Hom. Bork makes a cutback. Gets to the 22-yard line on a little misdirection there.
3 or 4 beautiful cuts.
Fakes the handoff to Hom, and then Bork is really off to the races in that nice cutback there to move the sticks. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Govs blitzes 6, and Bork is stopped up. A great call there by Coach O'Leary, bringing the pressure, anticipating the run, and then, you know, those linebackers, they always stay very gap sound.
It was a good push by the defensive tackle on the right side there. Number 69.
Hom stopped up, fumble, ball is loose. Governors say they have it, and they do. So a big turnover there. As Gov's able to fall on it and get the ball back in the red zone. Just a huge play. You talked about the pressure initially. 2, really 3 consecutive plays there, able to get pressure, and then tough hits, brings the ball loose. So an eventful first 11 and a half minutes of this first quarter, is with just 23 seconds left. Governors has the ball back in the red zone. Pritchett in the Wildcat, takes the snap, runs left hard for a nice gain. Bresnahan able to put a helmet on helmet and make a nice stop. So our first quarter, 7-0 Arrows, but the Governor's Academy threatening. Plays made all around, a nice touchdown from Chizinski to put the Arrows up, and then key plays from Christian Pothel as well as Tony Silva from Govs. As these teams flip side, just a really entertaining contest so far.
Oh, it's been great. Some momentum swings back in Governor's favor right now. Let's hope the quarter break can get St. Seb's back in order and in time to make another red zone stop.
Wildcat from Pritchett gave Governors a nice gain of 8 there. So 2nd and short upcoming as we start the second quarter of play. Bly under center, Arrows tipping their hand at blitzing as Pritchett gets the ball back. He gets the first, but not much more than that. Pereira there, a nice tackle to minimize the gain. Oh, they're saying he didn't get it. They're saying it's going to be third and about a half a yard. So another chance for the Arrows to make a stop. Bly throwing, it is intercepted! That ball is picked off! Wow, what a grab! Going back on it, Connor Crane. What a catch there! You see the hops, you see the grab, and he's got the football right back for St. Seb's.
Huge step up to take the momentum that Governors had just gotten off of that fumble and put it right back in Seb's corner.
Connor Crane getting up there. That gotta be 3 feet up at least.
Yeah, what a grab.
Makes the catch, secures it, doesn't let, the ground mess it up or anything. Gets a touchback and the ball right back in the Arrows' hands. What a play. Now Singoli in shotgun. He throws, caught by Ace Singoli, ties brother, and another fumble. Picked up by Pothel as Gov's able to corral and get the football right back for a nice play by Fordham commit Christian Pothel.
That's tough. He's trying to make a second and third move to get some yards after the catch, and ball wasn't quite secure.
It was a really nice catch, and then the effort to extend the play. He had a little green grass, but Pothel's one of these guys where when he comes at you, he can tackle and strip at the same time, and that's what it takes to play D1 football. He's showing it off today. So in 2 plays, we've had 40 yards of difference and 2 turnovers, as that pretty much sums up this game. Wild, chaotic, but extremely fun to watch. As Bly rolls out, Pereira all over him. Bly breaks a tackle. He breaks 2. He's past the 30 for a Gov's first down. And Aiden Bly scampering all over today. Fitbit definitely going to be happy with him after this game.
He can really move when he gets outside the pocket.
One thing that makes Aiden Bly really special is not only the ability to have that speed, but also to be able to evade tackles simultaneously. Handoff to Cochran. Big hit there. Gained a couple, but Dom Scioli pounding him. Yeah, Cochran's going to feel that one tomorrow. So the one thing for Govs, their rotation of running backs always keeps them fresh and ready to break a big one. We've seen a couple of different guys. Jung Chang Yu, number 20. Charles Cochran, number 28. He got the carry right there. Colby Budahagen, just a three-headed horse in that backfield. Fakes the handoff to Cochran. That fooled me. But stopped up for a gain of about 5 off the misdirection. So Govs going right back to the trick plays.
Yeah, good heads-up play by the D-line to keep their eyes on the ball.
A big 3rd and 5 at that. Governors right outside the red zone here at the 25. Back to the power I. If you're not a running back, you're on the line for Govs. And a handoff to Pritchett. He did not get there. The Arrows D-line gets a huge stop. We saw Pereira and Mulry flying in to make the stop. So a 4th and 5. Govs is going to go. And a big one here. Bresnahan, the high safety.
Looks like a direct snap.
Here's Pothel. Pothel runs left. Fakes the handoff. Christian Pothel still moving. And a great fake jet sweep to move the sticks. Just a really great play. When you combine the speed that a guy like Pothel has on the outside and then add in the aspect of, you know, the fake handoff and the misdirection, it causes a lot of havoc for the defenses.
Yeah, it must be mentally exhausting with all these different lineups they have. They never know who's going to be getting the snap, and you're always expecting a trick play in situations like that, and they kind of ran a straightforward sweep there.
Not only are you changing up the personnel, you're changing the plays, the formations. As a pass there, caught from Pritchett. So now at the 2-yard line, after Bly and Pothel connect, right back to Power Eye. This worked well for them last time, gaining 4. They only need 2. Bly is stopped up. Ball seems to be loose. Bresnahan says it's going to Sebs. Wait for the call from the official. And they're going to call him down.
Beautiful push there from the line.
Yeah, right off the ball, flying.
It was tough to see if there was a fumble and it was recovered by Govs, but really good push. It's going to be tough for them to go up the middle at all in situations like this.
With 6 minutes left in this first half of play, Govs needs just 3 for 6. Silva and Cochran in the backfield. They pass it to Silva. Silva, second effort, reaches. He's got it. And Tony Silva puts Governor's Academy on the board. Really nice play there. They were able to get Cochran, the big back, as the lead blocker. And then Silva stopped at the 2, but then reaches the second effort, gets it done for Govs. So they will go for 2 here. As Walker comes in for the Arrows. The D lineman, late substitution. Switching the formation, they're going to have Silva, the single receiver far side. Pritchett and Pothel, the receivers near side. Silva in motion. They give it to him. They give it to Pothel. Pothel working through Crane on the outside. Hom comes in. Second effort. He is stopped.
Big hit.
Smoldered on the sideline. You had Crane pushing and gnawing. And then David Hom flying in just to secure that tackle, shove him out. So a touchdown there from Govs, but unable to get the 2-point conversion. And the Arrows with a 1-point lead and getting the football back with 5:44 to go in this game. Hennessy with the squib. And ball's on the ground. Arrows recover.
Good recovery there. That was scary.
Yeah, whenever you see a team with squib kicks this early and often, you know, it can present a challenge for your team. Usually the onside kick recoveries, the last usually 10 minutes of practice. Everyone's tired. But, you know, the Arrows, they worked on that this week, and they really strategized, especially for this Govs team that throws a lot at you physically and then mentally. So a fumble there, but able to fall right back onto it.
See if they can capitalize on this good field position.
Yeah, all the way up to the 40-yard line. Singolian shotgun pass to Chazinski. Out wide, and he gets a gain of 5, but tackled up there.
Great play call there, first down. Nice 5-yard chunk play.
So a nice gain there, and we see those short passes. They did that a lot against Tabor Academy in that shootout just 3 weeks ago. But going back to that, you know, clock is not a factor right now. You still have 5 minutes left as Bork has a big hole. Justin Bork across the 40-yard line down to the 34.
Great blocking up front.
Yeah, the push from the O-line. Again, those big holes they're creating, and then Justin Bork able to push through.
He's just glided straight into the secondary.
Moves the sticks.
Oh, the wind's blowing the ball. Doesn't seem too windy up here. It
No.
must be picking up down on the field.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line. False start, and that will back the Arrows up 5.
With a high snap there, it might have been lucky they got the false start there. Little huddle. I wonder if this might be a defensive.
Arrows want it on Govs. Govs wants it on the Arrows.
Oh, it's offensive.
Yeah, there was just something discombobulated. You saw the high snap, and then guys were motioning over. Just want to settle you guys down. This is a really important drive, trying to win that middle 8 that every coach always preaches about. Trying to also respond after Govs, you know, goes down, picks up that fumble, and then gets a score.
I think it's good here, getting in the huddle, slowing the tempo down a little bit.
Clock under 4 minutes. Singoli, he is pressured, gets it away.
Good job getting that ball away.
Yeah, he had 4 different Govs defenders in his face. Fortier just causing some havoc. He's done it all day from that defensive tackle position. That stops the clock at 3:34, but they've got 2 plays to get that 15 yards after the false start penalty. Govs tipping their hand at another linebacker blitz. Flip pass, Frizzoli cuts back inside, pushes forward for 4, but then tackled up. But a nice run there to get most of the penalty yardage back as some personnel changes. In comes Hom, in comes Thurmond. 3rd and 12. Under 3 minutes. Singoli, what do you got? Looking downfield, trying for Thurman. He's got a man all over him. Refs calling incomplete. Thurman wants a flag. He's not going to get it. That was Pothel and Stickney able to break it up.
Good coverage there by Governors. A little bit of contact. Tough to tell from all the way up here whether or not it was a little bit early.
So 4th down at the 36-yard line. They need 12. They need to get all the way to the 24. Singoli drops back far. Looking, throwing. He's got Jasinski.
Wide open. That's a tough miss.
Just barely overshot him. You know, you get on 4th down, all those juices, the hype of playing in a collegiate D1 stadium like BC, and you put a little too much mustard on the ball. So Gov's able to make a nice defensive stand, and they get the ball back with 2:33 to go, but missing their timeouts, that's got to kill them.
Oh, for sure.
Full house formation. Bly looking, throwing, trying for Silva. But nice defense there from Crane, knocked that away. You know, this is where the clock would start to become a factor, especially a team like Govs that, you know, they love to kind of do stuff that takes a lot of time. You look at the double, triple, even quadruple passes, some of the little trickery things in the run game. Gotta be conscientious of making sure you're getting in bounds, getting right back up to the line. Full house once again. Handoff to Cochran. And he gets one, but then brings up 3rd down, but I think we're going to go right to the 2-minute warning. So we will go to 2. 22 great minutes in this half. We've definitely got 2 good more in store for you.
It's got to be tough for Governors without a real established passing game in these, 2-minute situations, especially when they don't have many timeouts to go on.
Yeah, you know, it's not even they're missing the passing attack, but they're missing a guy in Connor Hennessy going to Bates, going to play college football, you know, missing really a vocal part of their offense. And Bly's done an incredible job being able to stand in there and just be the general that he has to be to run this kind of offense like this, a complex Govs offense. So credit to him for, you know, really being in the forefront of this game. Whistle there from the refs, and clock reset to 2 minutes.
They started the clock a little early. It's supposed to go on the snap.
As we wait for that, 2 receivers out wide for Governors, but they're going right back to full house. Oh, fakes a handoff, fumble, Cochran, and still loose. It is picked up by the Arrows. What a play. What a change in momentum. Matthias Ogrins, the Villanova commit, able to get in there fast and cause the wreckage.
Looks like we fouls on both sides.
I mean, when you get in a scrum like that in the end, fighting for the football.
I think it might have been a taunting penalty on Sebs. They still retain possession.
So that's a big turn in events. But St. Sebs will move back.
Referees are having a conference here on the 40.
We'll await the call, but so the Sebs offense will take over at the 32 with a minute 49 left to try to extend their lead. We saw a great drive previously, but a pass just too high, trying for Chazinski. Whole Govs defense jumps early, looking for Ace. Sigoli, he's got it. Touchdown! Arrows. What a dot. What a throw from Ty to Ace. The brother-to-brother connection remains strong here in Chestnut Hill.
Great way to take advantage of a free play there with the Govs defense jumping off sides. I believe 3 or 4 people jumped off sides. What an amazing pass.
Looks like the whole front. And then Ty Singoli, obviously a little frustrated after that missed throw on third down, finds his brother back in the end zone. A great throw and extends this lead.
Hit him right in stride.
Bolton to kick the extra point. And a one-play, 32-yard drive capped off from Bolton as the Arrows extend their lead 14-6. Governors getting the football right after this. Just a great strike there, energizing. Henry's corner fired up now.
How many turnovers is that in the second quarter? I think 4.
4, I believe. That's what I have in my notes.
Wow. Back and forth.
Just really been an interesting game, and we still have a minute 44, plenty of time for Governors to go down and do something interesting. We came in here expecting a great game, and so far we've gotten just that. Bolton to send it away. Far kick, Silva opts not to take it. So with a minute 44, one more opportunity for Govs to make something happen.
Do they have 1 timeout remaining?
No timeouts.
No timeouts. They're out. That's going to be tough.
They need to make sure everything, or most things at least, stay on the sideline as they go back to this full house formation. One of the things, look for those wheel routes, those 2 opposite side running backs as they throw one out there, and Silva just not looking for it. But that's going to be the key, using those running backs on the outside, trying to get those receivers and tight ends as lead blockers and gain some yards along the hash markers.
Another miscommunication, the ball thrown and receiver not looking.
Yeah, this is a really complex Govs offense. It has a lot of intricacies to it with the trick plays and even the normal plays. That pass to Silva caught for a gain of 6.
Great job to contain him there.
Yeah, tackled inbounds as we saw Silva working towards the sideline as that clock continues to run. And Govs going in the huddle here on 3rd and 5.
Very surprising.
I guess it's just it is an important play here. Trying to move the sticks, the main concern. Direct snap. Silva picks up the first, but under a minute to go. Clock stops until the chains are set. Governor's going to go no huddle here after Tony Silva's nice play. Under 50 seconds. Bly needs to get this snap off. Bly and shotgun, pressure in his face. Mulray chasing after him. Bly rolling, throwing. It is intercepted. That ball is picked off, and it is Justin Bork making a big play. Reads the quarterback's eyes, gets the turnover, and with 34 seconds and 3 timeouts, gives Seb's offense a chance to make some magic. Justin Bork, the senior captain, a two-way player, running back and linebacker, just a stud. He's been doing this for 4 years now. This is his last Seb's home game. He has done so much for this Arrows program. So at the 47-yard line, the offense takes back over. And a forward run, stumbling, bumbling, rumbling.
Unbelievable second effort there.
As David Hom able to push the Arrows a little closer. Timeout Sebs. You know, you're probably looking at still 5 or 6 more plays. And with the added benefit of having now 2 more timeouts remaining, odds are in your favor to do something. So now to a Govs team with a lot of great plays in this first half. What do you say to them with this 30 seconds here?
Ball security, ball security, ball security. You have 26 seconds. You're going to want to put the ball in the air. Just make sure you don't give Govs an opportunity to gain some momentum going into halftime. And they have 2 more timeouts left, so look for a ball underneath middle of the field. See what Govs will give you.
4 wide. Singoli drops back, looking, throwing, he steps up. Singoli's got some green grass, ties Singoli across the 30, and he gets out of bounds. What a smart play there to move the sticks, stop the clock, and keep this Arrows offense on pace.
Great play there. He saw open space in front of him, and he took it.
You know, that was one of the things that Lawrence was really able to expose against this Govs team, is that stepping up in the pocket and moving, and the Arrows capitalize on it. You know, this is such a good chess match today. Both these coaches, both these teams finding each other's strengths and weaknesses and able to make a play. We've seen Governors already on the jet sweeps, on the pitches, trying to use their speed advantage in the receiver game, and then Seb's there with a nice chunk run. Singoli throwing. He's got a Singoli. And caught, moves the sticks in a timeout with just 9 seconds remaining. Timeout, St. Seb's.
Time for one shot at the end zone here.
If not, Bolton will come on to kick to make it a 2-score game. He's
very strong leg.
Yeah, virtually perfect from anywhere basically inside the 35. But probably Coach Burke trying to drop one last play. Only need 15 to hit pay dirt.
Really need to avoid a sack here.
Yeah, lined up perfectly in field goal range, lined up perfectly as well. Hash mark wide, arrows going 5 wide. Singoli drops back, pressure all in his face, looking, throwing, and just too far for Ferzoli. So one more play, and an aggressive one more play. But the last one only took 4 seconds. So if you do your math correctly, but again, really need to ensure that everything's clean, and then Coach Burke might be getting his running shoes on here, flying down to the ref.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a hard count here as well.
Just try to inch closer.
Yeah, they have a timeout left.
On the last Ace Singoli touchdown, the Arrows, they had Governors jumping off, but they were able to convert for the score. 5 wide again, Singoli looking, trying to find Thurman, knocked away.
And the clock is out.
And Arrows want 1 second. Refs say there is 9. We've hit halftime here. The Arrows with a great first half, 14-6 our score. Stay tuned for some more ISL football. It's the Arrows, it's Governors, and it's on Die-Fi Video. And welcome back to Alumni Stadium in Chestnut Hill, the home of the Eagles, but tonight the home of the Arrows. St. Sebastians leads Governor's Academy 14-6 in a thrilling first half filled with touchdowns, turnovers, big tackles, you name it.
Yeah, it was definitely, they're looking to bring in the momentum that they had at the end of the second half there. Just a thrilling second quarter. 5 turnovers overall. A couple great interceptions from St. Seb's.
Yeah, then we had right at the end there, the Arrows with 5 seconds left at the 15-yard line, opting for the pass, trying, and it just took too long, and they ran out of time. And, you know, some might say they left 3 points on the board.
Yeah, it's a tough decision there. I think I admire the aggression. You know, trying to put six on the board instead of 3.
As Hennessy's squib kick gets things going for the second half of action. Nice run here. Crane able to maneuver his way, NASCARing through the Govs defense.
It's a huge advantage that Govs really doesn't have a place kicker that can put it downfield, and they're starting off again on the 40-yard line. It's just great field position to start with.
So the Arrows offense back at it again, and you know, last drive of the quarter, they got all the way down to the 15, scored on their second prior possession, and this is an offense coming in. They had 83 points in their last 3 games. O-line has not allowed a sack all season. Kalen Chazinski looking to be another big all-ISL player, and, you know, business as usual as Bork with a big hole gets things going with 6.
Yeah, that is a really good thing to hang your hat on as an offensive lineman, that you haven't let up a sack all year. I know I played offensive line in high school, and protecting your quarterback is number 1, obviously, and that is just an amazing superlative.
Just really the highlight of this group, but couple individuals. You look at Matthias Ogrank, the Villanova senior commit, Marky Walbridge, the 4-star junior tackle, guys like Mulry, Candiato, just studs all around. Singoli outward pass, trying for Chazinski, unable to hook up as this Govs defense, they've been flying all around, the linebackers, the D-line. Just a really good group.
Really close on that play there. Just barely skimmed the ground.
Making things tough for the Sebs offense. You know, a lot will say only allowing 14 of them in the first half is considered a big win for their defense. You know what's a bigger win? Forcing 3 turnovers on this Sebs offense as they rush 6 on the blitz, but that leaves Paul Armstrong open as he makes a nice cut, sticks his feet in the dirt, and scampers for 10 extra. Moves the sticks, gets a little more. Parmy's got a first down.
It's a great play to run over the middle there. Wide open.
And a nice job there by Singoli, commanding the offense, sensing the blitz, making a change at the line of scrimmage, and then goes to his first read, gets the ball in and out of his hands, moves the sticks, and stays untouched.
Yeah, he saw those linebackers were clearing out because they were blitzing. He knew there were going to be nobody in the middle of the field.
Whoa, trouble on the snap there. Bork able to grab it, but a loss of 6 there. But fortunately able to hold on to things.
Just looks like there was some confusion on what side the handoff was supposed to be going to. Just lucky that they secured the ball, though, and I think that was probably a big talk in the locker room. Secure the ball. We have a lead here. Make sure we take care of that ball.
You know, this is one of the really interesting things about playing in a neutral site game like this. For a lot of these guys, this is the first time they've really been under the lights in a place like this. A lot of these guys, they're going to Boston College games on the weekends. They're seeing other teams do it, but it can be like kind of a starstruck moment for them, and trying to balance, you know, the experience of this kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing as a high school player, and then focusing on the game itself brings an interesting challenge.
Yeah, they just got hit with a delay of game there. A little bit of confusion after the muffed handoff.
But yeah, self-inflicted wounds. Back the Arrows up 11. Gov's corners are pressing. They back off now, going right back into that cover 3. Singoli looks near side. Chazinski grabs it, but Silva throws him down. And Tony De Silva right on cue, but a good catch and throw from Singoli to Kalen Chazinski.
Good effort trying to break off that tackle. He almost had it. Got him by the foot in the last second there.
So 3rd and 11 at the 36-yard line. And a big one. Probably, you know, looking for those inside guys. Number 1, Ace Singoli, Paul Armstrong. Fakes the handoff to Ham. Singoli, flip pass to Chazinski, moves forward. And they're going to give him 8 on the gain. Not enough to move the sticks, but a good chunk yardage. So 4th and 3.
Interesting position here.
Ball at the 28. Both teams being really aggressive today. Govs obviously, basically every 4th down they're going. Sebs has done it the last 3 times. Here we go. 4th down. We're going to get a timeout from Govs.
Another early timeout. I wonder what they saw. Didn't like the coverage they had out there.
So both teams a chance to talk things over and get it right. Just another big play with 7:28 left in the 3rd quarter. You know, part of that middle 8, coaches always talk about coming out of the locker room strong and setting a tone for the rest of the game.
Definitely important, and burning these early timeouts is tough, especially when you're down in the second half.
Far side, Chazinski, Singoli, and Armstrong. Singoli and shotgun, Hom the back, Thurman the receiver near side. 4th and 3, 4 wide. Here we go. Singoli throwing. He's got Armstrong. Ball falls out. And that pass is incomplete. And we'll have a turnover and a nice breakaway there from Govs. Able to get the stop.
Good coverage there on the cornerback.
That was Perry. So this Gov student section loving that one. So stunt here from the Arrows defense as Bly hands it to Cochran. And Cochran moves forward the big power back.
Good recovery there after a bit of a muffled snap.
And for the Arrows, they've done a really good job against this Govs rushing attack. They gained 168 yards on the ground against BB&N last week. That is really a big win, especially against a very talented BB&N squad. Flip pass here out wide, trying for Steva.
That was a backwards pass. That's a recovery. That's a fumble.
They're calling it a fumble. It is.
Yeah, he threw that behind him.
Backwards, trying for Tony Silva, but the Arrows get it right back at the 15-yard line.
That's a great heads-up play to chase that ball down, knowing that the pass was backwards. He didn't hear a whistle. He played. He kept playing.
Played through it. Silva thought it was incomplete. Probably a lot of guys on both teams thought, but able to fall on the fumble. What a crazy turn of events. You see the 4th down stop by Govs, but right back, the Arrows have the football. 4 wide. Zingoli looking, trying to find Chazinski. Incomplete. Silva on the coverage.
Great play by Silva. He got his hands right in the middle.
Just great one-on-one coverage, following him all the way to the pylon. Second and 10 at the 15. Arrows in striking distance. Bork with a nice cut. Justin Bork powering through. Touchdown! Arrows. Justin Bork finding a hole and moving forward.
An amazing initial cut right at the line, and he just flew directly into the end zone. Incredible.
When you face a guy like Justin Bork, the power combined with the speed and the agility, such a tough guy to bring down. A great 2-play drive there, 15 yards, run from Bork. Bolton's kick is good. So the Arrows with a 3-score lead now, 21-6. After a wild turn of events.
Really capitalize on that turnover. That's been the story of this game so far.
With Bolton on the kick. Just a crazy last 3 minutes here in this ball game. Bolton to send it away. I assume he'll be probably towards the back of the end zone. It is. Silva opts to take it. He rolls right. Thought he had some room, but stopped up at the 24-yard line. That's where Govs will begin their action. So this Arrows defense with a big fumble recovery, forcing the errant flip pass, and then that backwards pass right back. You know, they might be down, but they're not out. But Bly and his group's going to have to get back on the right page and atone for that mistake. Bly rolls right with some running room. Blocked there from Pothel. Nice play there to gain gain 7 there on the QB keeper. As the clock goes under 6 minutes. Govs and trips here. Handoff to Silva. And that goes for about 1.
Big third
Tackle
down
from
here.
Pereira. Yeah, Silva there was trying to make a cut, but Manny Pereira, he took a very good angle, able to stop any lateral movement. So that brings up a 3rd down to the 31. This is a big play, even though probably 4 downs for Govs. Always want to move the sticks. Fakes the handoff. Bly keeps it. He's got some room to run. Bly past the 40, down to the 30. Bly, 1 man to beat. Fighting through Bork. And he's in. And a massive run from the quarterback, Austin Bly, able to get Govs their first score of the half.
It started out with a really good fake handoff.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. He, stepping into this game, stepping into this season, trying to run the same system as a future collegiate quarterback is a tall task for anyone, but he has met those expectations and more. Being able to be the leader of this complex offense, keep the speed, keep breaking tackles. We saw there Bork was trying to haul him down at the 1, fought through that, and now they're only down 9 with a chance to make it 7 here. Bly in shotgun. He looks and trying for Valeri.
That's a third miscommunication. The ball's thrown and the receiver's not looking. That's a really tough conversion to miss.
Trying to find that security blanket tight end Valeri. He was wide open, just wasn't looking for the ball. So the Arrows lead dwindles, but still at 2 scores. As Hennessy on to kick it back, and probably a squib coming.
Onside.
Onside, and a nice
Great
catch and recovery. Yeah, that was scary for a second there.
Number 14.
Carroll, once again, he made some big plays last week. Had 4 kickoff tackles.
Great field position here in the 45.
That's where with Govs, you cause a lot of havoc and, maybe some overthinking from the Seb sideline, but if it's unsuccessful, you're giving up a lot of yardage. It's just things you have to live with as a coach. Every scheme has its bonuses and its flaws. Krasinski in motion.
We get a flag on the play.
Probably illegal shift as Krasinski pushes forward towards the 50-yard line.
Looks like they are looking to decline. Let's see.
Maybe we have an offsides.
False start.
So that negates that good run there by Kalen Chazinski, but first and 15.
They definitely want to eat up some clock here.
Yeah, especially, you know, with still the 2-score lead, gotta feel good about yourself. Singoli drops back, throwing, going long, trying to find Ace, just overshot him. Ace Singoli had a jump there, just too long, and a lot of credit to Christian Pothel, the wide receiver back there playing safety, making things hard, making things kind of hard to read there also in the backfield.
Seb's offense not resting on this lead, remaining aggressive.
Now that's one of the things in this really tough ISL conference, all gas, no brakes for all 60 minutes. And I had a chance to talk to Coach Burke before the game, and he told me they've got to be physical this whole entire game. That's how it's won. As Bork able to make some room for himself with a nice stiff arm. Justin Bork with another great run.
Just great eyes at the line of scrimmage to make a cut to find the open space.
So Bork comes out, Ham comes in. And a new set of chains at the 45. Singoli with some pressure, looking for Ace. He's got him. Ace Singoli running away from the defense. He gets in for his second touchdown of the game.
Incredible poise in the pocket there to find him wide open and just slung it right to him.
Just the importance of that slot receiver, Ace Singoli, able to dice up the defense, uses speed, uses incredible ability to cut, and finds that Boston College for his second score of the day.
And once again, the aggressive play calling pays off. They're just getting behind the defense in these long plays.
So Bolton's kick is good. So the Arrows' kick is good, 28-12 lead. Still at 2 scores. Bolton on to kick off. Just another energizing play, getting a huge gain like that. Tie to Ace Singoli. And for Govs, really crunch time now with just 15 minutes left in this ball game. Really need to be conscientious of making sure you're staying on time, staying on target, making sure communication is where it's got to be. So with 3:13 left, the Govs offense is back to work in Aiden Bly's squad. Scoring the touchdown last time, but the failed 2-pointer puts them a point behind their original spot.
Am I correct? This is a puntless game so far, not a single punt.
You are correct as a quad look, but a direct snap goes nowhere.
Ran into a brick wall on that one. Well, he's up hobbling a bit.
That's Bly, their starting quarterback today. So Bly comes out, and that's the risk you run with trying to have a dynamic running quarterback like that. Direct snap, Silva working near side, rumbles down to the 30. Stopped up from Maxwell. And just you gotta hope that Aiden Bly is gonna be okay. But for now, Govs sticking to that direct snap. As Silva gets it again, he rolls left now. Arrows defense blitzing, they're all over it.
Great pursuit.
Another nice tackle there, a gang tackle it is. Just sealing the outside, the corners and safeties working in unison.
Looks like Bly's back in the game.
So that's big, and now they can go back to throwing the ball. Bly rolling, looking just too high, trying for Pothel, but they turn the ball over deep in their own territory, and Christian Pothel is down. The premier player for this Govs team.
From the way they're stretching, it seems like it's possibly a cramp. Let's hope he's all right.
Yeah, he's been fantastic today. In the run game, especially as a receiver, playing some safety as well for this Gov squad. He's a senior headed off to Fordham next year, playing some football for the Rams. But down for now. Pothel pops back up. Seems to be a bit shaken up, but really glad to see him get up.
Yeah, let's hope it's just a cramping type situation.
Walking off mostly under his own power. Really important for this game and their final game next week at Belmont Hill that, you know, he is available and ready to go. He's such a focal part of this team. But after that fourth down stop, the Arrows offense goes back to work. Ty and Ace Singoli connected on the last touchdown, a 32-yard strike. Hands it off, Bork. JB, a nice cut. Bork, stiff arms, smoldering. Justin Bork working his way to a first down by any means necessary.
I just love his aggressive style of running. It looks like we got a flag here. And possible holding. Let's
And
pulling them back.
And any time you get back into a cutback scenario, you always run the risk of a hold. We saw Govs really today with the counters. They've done a really good job, and even for Sebs too, some of their cutback misdirection plays, but just a tough thing to balance, even at the professional collegiate level.
Yeah, when the guy in front of you you're blocking all of a sudden decides to change directions, chasing your running back, you get your hands caught up on him. Sometimes it's not even an intentional hold.
Handoff here. A good run. Stopped up after a gain of 8. So Justin Bork will finish off our third quarter.
Really impressive running from Bork in that possession.
Yeah, just overall really dominant. I mean, I know Govs got that touchdown late, but a really dominant third quarter and coming out of the locker room with some fire, with some intensity. Got the takeaway. Had the nice 2 scores, made the stop on the 2, and now deep into Govs territory. Play ball.
I would not be surprised if they go for the end zone on this play. They've been really aggressive on these second downs.
Hom the back. 4 wide. We're going to have far side to near. Chazinski, Ace Singoli, Paul Armstrong, and Crosby Thurman. Singoli in shotgun. Throws, trying for Thurman. Knocked away and incomplete. Pridgeon able to provide great coverage back of the end zone.
Almost found it there, low to the ground.
So a 3rd and 5 at the 22-yard line. Hom with the handoff. David Hom bursting through, trying for the pylon. He's got it, breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Arrows. David Hom smokes through the gap.
Great job on the offensive line there. Just opened up a giant hole for him to fly right through.
Just a really nice hard run set up by those guard tackle combinations and extends their lead to 24. Bolton on to kick. An exclamation point early in this fourth quarter. That kick is good. So with 11:47 left in this ball game, the Arrows able to extend their lead.
And Govs has a really
tall task ahead.
I don't know if they're going to be able to work this out, especially with the amount of time on the clock. It's going to be tough.
They've got their 2 timeouts still. And the one thing they've got is the big playability all day. We'll see whether or not Pothel's able to come back But they've also got guys. You look at number 2-7 Pridgeon, number 11 Tony Silva. But again, a tall task trying to put up 23 as they pick up this snap as Pridgeon moves things out to the 27-yard line. Nice tackle from Carroll. Declan Carroll been a monster in the special teams game. 4 tackles last week, falling on that football just 2 possessions ago, and then a big sideline tackle there to stop up the speedy 7 Pridgeon.
Let's see what kind of urgency Governors comes out with.
There's going to have to be a lot. Bly back in, just too high. Trying for Valarelli, but just too high. Coverage from Frizzoli, able to force that errant pass. And Teddy Frizzoli, the Duke lacrosse commit, he's been really such a key player today. They missed him earlier in the season with some nagging kind of foot and ankle injuries, but he's back in full force. Been an option in the passing game on some of those jet sweeps, and then as a lockdown CB.
You know those lacrosse boys are tough.
Bly in a bit of trouble. He rolls, evades 2 tackles. Brought down off a nice tackle from Justin Bork.
Great pursuit on that play.
Yeah, it brings up a 3rd and 8. And the clock winding.
Great eyes on both sides of the ball from Bork all day.
Bly still discussing with Coach O'Leary. Probably going deep into the magic hat here. As the Arrows get a defensive substitution. McGuire, the ever-persistent threat off the edge, comes in. So the Arrows bring for that pass, caught short of the sticks, but good enough for a nice gain of 6. And it brings up a 4th and gotta go situation.
This is make or break for Governors here.
So Bly getting the play call. Arrows pushing up a little bit. You see their linebacker starting to crunch in. Valarelli, the single receiver near side. Govs has trips far side. Here we go, 4th and 2. This is the game. Bly keeps the handoff. He is short. What a stop there from the Arrows. As some extracurricular activities, but not to take away a great tackle from Pereira.
Governors ran that play earlier in the game in the first half, and they tricked him that time, but not this time. They were ready for it. They stayed home. They did not pursue the fake handoff to the outside and jammed him. Beautiful play.
So back at the 35, another opportunity for Sebs to cash in. Just a great game from them offensively. Able to fight through some of that second quarter adversity. And that's what you really want to see from this team. Just that toughness, maturity, and mental growth. Even defensively, you know, you look at a team trying to face all those trick plays. As that handoff to Bork, stopped up by Tiger Zone.
would be very surprised if they throw it here on second down, but
just letting the clock run. Just over 9 minutes to play in this contest.
they're spreading out here. Let's see.
This Seb's offense, persistent. Bork with a hole. Bork, he's got it. He's in. Justin Bork goes untouched for the touchdown. That's his second of the game. JB able to push forward. A nice counter play. Gets the 6. And 41 pushes their total to 41.
I think it's safe to say that this game is out of reach for Governors.
With 8:48 to go. Just a really great performance from this Sebs team, both sides of the ball. Bolton's kick is good. Extends their lead to 30. And in the Arrows' last home game for St. Seb's, some of these guys, some of these seniors, their last home game as an Arrow, making a statement. St. Seb's, they'll go on the road next week to face the Tigers of their academy. Governors, they'll go on the road at Belmont Hill. Both teams 3-3 coming in this game with really great seasons, fighting through tough ISL conference. We talked about, you know, teams like everyone really being considered the top flight of Massachusetts. ISL really the premier conference. Bolton sends it away. He tries his hand at the squib game. Prisha able to fall on a try to go forward, but he gets out to the 18. So for Governors, the only thought you can have is you can't get 30 points back in one, but you got to have big plays and big plays fast. So direct snap to Silva once again. And a nice gain left side to push forward, moving the sticks. And you know, that's what it's going to be for the rest of this game, just continuing to fight and see what happens.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity in a stadium like this to let some of the second string players get in there and get some good playing time, some of the sophomores on the team and things like that. I don't think they're rush too much or put the ball in the air an incredible amount.
Handoff there, powering with Silva. Goes for 4, and Nigerian stops him in his tracks, but a man down for Sebs. Can't yet see who it is. This Arrows defense stout, allowing just 7 points last week in their game against RL, and have held a great Govs offense to 12. as Jake Mullery, defensive tackle, center, captain, leader of this team. He is a little banged up, but able to get up, and this is a guy here in Jake Mullery who has given his heart and soul to this St. Sebastians football program, a 4-year starter, a 4-year playmaker, been all ISL for 3 years as that pass falls incomplete. Jake Mullery fighting through injuries really all season, but it hasn't stopped him from being all ISL worthy once again. So that incomplete gives us 3rd and 7. Govs needs to get to the 41 to convert, with 7:31 to go. So a big play here, looking to at least, as
False start.
that pushes them back 5. So a 3rd and 12, line to gain. Still the 41 as Silva takes it outside with a couple of blockers. Gets about 11. So Govs will stay on the field for that 4th down. Just needing 1. But with under 7 minutes to play in this game, time to rush. 4th and 2, direct snap. Silva's got a hole. Silva breaking tackles. Stopped up at the 45-yard line. With Bresnahan on the tackle. Silva, a guy, he's really been doing it all today for them. We've talked about, obviously, Pothel, his amazing plays, but Tony Silva, linebacker, running back, as he gets slammed there in the backfield. That's Mikey Williams. That is a dangerous hit. Mikey Williams bursting through the line.
He was right on the ball.
Wow. But Tony Silva, just with the quarterback going in and out, he's really had to step up, and he's answered that call. Flip play to Silva. Stopped up. That's Bresnahan. Kevin Bresnahan and Declan Carroll combined for a big tackle. Stopping up the fierce Silva. Brings up a 3rd and long, call it 3rd and 13. Govs needs to get to the 35 for a conversion. Under 5 minutes to play in this game. Bly drops back. He's rushed. Still moving. Bly.
Looks like somebody whacked the ball out of his hands as he was going out of bounds.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, they're running the clock. I guess he must have yeah.
He must have stepped out before he threw the ball. And, you know, that's a mistake when you're getting chased like that, guys in your face. Your number one priority, don't get smoked. And the ball and field position all become secondary to that.
Governor's timeout here.
Just a chance on 4th and 15 with under 4.5 minutes just to, you know, draw it up. They're going to go next week to face a really good Belmont Hill team to try to make their season 4-4. And having a chunk play, a 10, 15-yard play like that they're going to practice right here is so crucial, especially when you're facing a dynamic Belmont Hill front. As Seb's defense goes up, takes the field. Governors needs the 35 of the Arrows for a conversion. Bly takes it, drops back to pass, throwing, and it is caught. Snagged by Silva, but a nice hit there from Frizzoli. Yeah, right at the sticks. But Silva able to hang on. So a new set of downs, and Bly, he is rushed, throwing. How did he get that ball out? It is caught. Cochran moves the sticks. What a play, though, by Aiden Bly.
Great movement in the pocket there.
Down now to the 20-yard line. With under 3.5 to go. Just a spectacular play. Well, you never say never, but Gov's team, you know, we've seen them work the onside before. As that pass is picked off, Teddy Frizzoli gets one back on Silva.
Really strong play. He ripped the ball right out of his hands.
Lurks in, watches the quarterback's eyes, darts in, grabs it, secures it. Teddy Frizzoli with a great grab to force the turnover. And, you know, this Sebs team, they're playing with a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence. They come in last week, they go to RL, and they dominate. And then they come here to Boston College, and they played a spectacular game. They're going to move to 4-3 with a chance to play a Thayer Tigers team next week to put themselves at potentially 5-3 on the year. So it will be Singoli at quarterback, but Duke Singoli, the third brother of Ty Singoli and Ace Singoli. With time ticking off the clock. Under 2.5.
Some great playing experience here for some of the younger guys.
Yeah, just really important. You know, you talk about program depth. This is how you build it. Getting out to these great leads. And a nice run from Wishart. And they will head to the 2-minute warning. 42-12. A dominant Arrow second half.
Just really didn't take their foot off the gas. Just kept pushing, aggressive play calling from the third quarter straight into the fourth. Just amazing all around.
Yeah, both sides of the ball played with energy. A lot of teams, when they get up 2 or 3 scores, the energy starts to wane. Not these guys. The trenches, they were still continuing to win. Offensive line containing their blocks, even against a great Governor's front. With 2 minutes left. The Arrows lead and Singoli. That handoff there. Good for 6. As time winds down here, a big Arrows win.
In the student section, all in their Halloween costumes, they're not heading for the doors.
No,
they're
they are
staying to the end.
They are fired up right now, as they should be. 2 big weeks in succession for this Arrows team, as it is victory formation. And the Arrows, they'll move to 4-on-3 on the year. They'll go on next week to face the Tigers of Thayer Academy. Governors falls to 3-4. They'll go on to face Belmont Hill. And 7 weeks. What a great season, as our last home game for the Arrows, our last home broadcast. I just want to say thank you to all our viewers this season. It's so awesome that every week we get to do these games. Thank you so much to all the people at home. And for these seniors, their last home game, their second to last game, able to put on a great performance in front of Henry's Corner and come out with a win, and a big one at that, taking over Alumni Stadium for one magical night. As time ticks down, a statement win from the Arrows. 42-12. What a win, what a team, what a year this has been. A final home W at Alumni Stadium. Just an outstanding game today.
Incredible.
That's going to do it for us from Alumni Stadium, from the Arrows season. 42-12, Arrows win our final score as we say goodnight from Die-Fi Video.